It is not permissible to locate a fire alarm control panel in a fire pump room. The reason for this is that the fire pump room is a critical space that requires protection from fire and other hazards. Locating a fire alarm control panel in the fire pump room could compromise the integrity of the fire alarm system and prevent it from functioning properly in the event of a fire. NFPA 72, the National Fire Alarm and Signaling Code, Section 4.11 3.2 states that control panels, except for those that are an integral part of the listed fire pump controller, shall not be installed within the fire pump room. NFPA 20, the standard for the installation of stationary pumps for fire protection, Section 4.82 states that a fire alarm control panel shall not be installed in the same space as a fire pump. The International Building Code, IBC, Section 909.13 3.1 states that fire alarm control panel shall not be located in fire pump rooms. The fire alarm control panel should be located in a safe and accessible location. Acceptable locations include firstly, a dedicated fire alarm room, secondly, a utility room or closet that meets the requirements of NFPA 72 and IBC, and thirdly, a hallway or the common area that is protected from fire and other hazards. Therefore, understanding the specific code requirements from NFPA 72, NFPA 20, and the IBC is essential for ensuring fire safety. Adhering to these codes prevents compromising the fire alarm system's integrity and ensures proper functionality during a fire event. Choosing an alternative location for the fire alarm control panel, such as a dedicated fire alarm room or a utility room that meets code requirements, is crucial for maintaining a reliable and effective fire protection system. This practice ensures that the fire alarm system operates optimally when needed most, safeguarding lives and property. Ensuring fire safety involves a comprehensive approach, including proper equipment placement, adherence to standards, and regular maintenance. The information provided emphasizes the necessity of keeping the fire alarm control panel separate from the fire pump room. This separation ensures the reliability of both the fire pump and the fire alarm system. The fire pump's function is to provide water to fire suppression systems such as sprinklers and must operate reliably during a fire. Similarly, the fire alarm system must detect and alert occupants to a fire, initiating evacuation and response efforts. If the fire alarm control panel is located in the fire pump room, it may be susceptible to damage from fire, water, or mechanical failure affecting the fire pump. This could render the fire alarm system inoperable when it is needed most. NFPA 72 provides comprehensive guidance on the installation, inspection, testing, and maintenance of fire alarm systems. NFPA 20 outlines the requirements for the installation of fire pumps, ensuring they meet performance standards and operate reliably. The International Building Code provides additional requirements for fire protection systems, including fire alarm and fire pump systems. The code requires that fire alarm control panels be located in areas that are readily accessible to emergency responders and protected from physical damage. When selecting a location for the fire alarm control panel, consider factors such as accessibility, environmental conditions, and security. Accessibility ensures that authorized personnel can easily access the panel for inspection, testing, and maintenance. Environmental conditions such as temperature and humidity should be within the manufacturer's specifications to prevent damage to the equipment. Security measures may be necessary to prevent unauthorized access to the control panel. The information emphasizes the importance of adhering to established fire safety standards. Following these standards and guidelines ensures the reliability and effectiveness of fire protection systems, ultimately protecting lives and property. Always consult with qualified professionals and local authorities to ensure compliance with all applicable codes and regulations. This collaborative approach ensures that fire protection systems are properly designed, installed, and maintained to meet the specific needs of the building and its occupants. Therefore, the reason codes prohibit the location of a fire alarm control panel inside of a fire pump room is due to environmental concerns. Fire pump rooms are typically quite damp given their nature, as they are constantly running water and may be prone to leaks. This humidity can cause damage to the fire alarm control panel and cause premature failure. It also could provide a means for corrosion on the components of the fire alarm control panel. Secondly, fire pump rooms can be quite noisy environments due to the operation of the fire pump motor. This noise can interfere with the proper operation of the fire alarm control panel, especially if the panel has a built-in speaker for audible enunciation. Thirdly, fire pump rooms are often located in remote areas of a building, which can make it difficult for emergency responders to access the fire alarm control panel in the event of a fire. The codes provide suitable locations for fire alarm control panels. Firstly, locating the panel in a dedicated fire alarm room provides several benefits. These rooms are typically climate-controlled, dry, and easily accessible for emergency responders. Secondly, a utility room or closet can be used as long as it meets the requirements of NFPA 72 and the IBC. These requirements typically include fire resistance ratings, ventilation, and accessibility. Thirdly, a hallway or other common area can be used, provided it is protected from fire and other hazards. This option may be suitable for smaller buildings or those with limited space. Ultimately, selecting the appropriate location for a fire alarm control panel requires careful consideration of the building's layout, occupancy, and potential hazards. Consulting with fire protection professionals and local authorities is crucial to ensure compliance with all applicable codes and regulations. By adhering to these standards, building owners and managers can create a safer environment for occupants and protect their property from the devastating effects of fire. Remember, fire safety is a shared responsibility. By understanding and implementing these guidelines, individuals and organizations can contribute to a safer community for all. In summary, remember to keep fire alarm control panels separate from fire pump rooms to maintain system integrity and ensure optimal performance during emergencies. Always adhere to NFPA and IBC guidelines and consult with professionals for guidance on proper installation and maintenance. This proactive approach safeguards lives and property by creating a reliable and effective fire protection system. Furthermore, consider the potential for water damage in fire pump rooms. Fire pump rooms are designed to handle large volumes of water, and leaks or accidental discharges can occur. Water damage can compromise the electrical components of the fire alarm control panel, leading to malfunctions or complete failure. Properly sealed enclosures and elevated mounting can help mitigate the risk of water damage. Also, consider the potential for vibration in fire pump rooms. Fire pumps generate significant vibrations during operation, which can affect the sensitive electronics of the fire alarm control panel. Vibration isolation techniques, such as mounting the control panel on vibration dampeners, can help reduce the impact of vibrations. Moreover, consider the potential for electromagnetic interference in fire pump rooms. Fire pumps often utilize large electric motors, which can generate electromagnetic interference that affects the operation of the fire alarm control panel. Shielded cables and proper grounding can help minimize electromagnetic interference. In addition to these environmental factors, it is also important to consider the accessibility of the fire alarm control panel for maintenance and repairs. The control panel should be located in an area that is easily accessible to qualified technicians, even during a fire emergency. Clear pathways and adequate lighting are essential for safe and efficient maintenance. Furthermore, ensure that the fire alarm control panel is properly labeled and identified. Clear labeling helps emergency responders quickly locate the control panel and understand its function. Include information such as the building address, zone designations, and contact information for the fire alarm service provider. Remember that regular testing and maintenance of the fire alarm system are crucial for ensuring its reliability. Schedule regular inspections, testing, and maintenance in accordance with NFPA 72 and local regulations. This proactive approach helps identify and address potential problems before they escalate into major issues. In conclusion, the decision of where to locate a fire alarm control panel requires careful consideration of various factors, including environmental conditions, accessibility, and code requirements. Avoiding placement in fire pump rooms is paramount due to the potential for water damage, vibration, and electromagnetic interference. By following these guidelines and consulting with fire protection professionals, building owners and managers can create a safer environment for occupants and protect their property from the devastating effects of fire. The information is intended to provide a general overview of the topic and should not be considered a substitute for professional advice. Always consult with qualified professionals and local authorities to ensure compliance with all applicable codes and regulations.